Hello everyone, I Shivam Agrawal, the Assistant Professor of BCom Department. I welcome you all in the lecture series of Information System Management. We are on the second unit, and that is the database concept unit. And now we are going to the lecture 2, that is also database concept. In the first lecture, we have discussed about what is database, what is database management system, and what are the properties of database. That is, these are the acid properties. One is atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Now coming to the characteristics of database. So the first characteristics of database is real world entity. DBMS these days is very realistic, and real world entities are used to design its architecture. Also, behavior and attributes are used by DBMS. To simplify it, we can take an example of an organization database where employee is an entity and his employee ID is an attribute, that is known as a real world entity. Second property is support acid properties. Any DBMS is able to support acid properties. It is made sure in every DBMS that the real purpose of data should not be lost while performing transactions like delete, insert, and update. Let us take an example. If the employee name is updated, then it should be make sure that there is no duplicate data and no mismatch of employee information. So that is about the acid properties. We have already discussed about all these properties. Now is the concurrent use of databases. These are many changes that many users will be accessing the data at the same time. They may require altering the database system concurrently. At this time, DBMS support them to concurrently use database without any problem. With the help of concurrency, economy of the system can be increased. For example, employees of railway reservation system can book an access ticket for passenger concurrently. Every employee can see on his own interface that how many seats are available or bogie is fully booked. So basically that's the concurrency. So many people are using railway reservation system at a single unit of time, but they will know that okay, how many seats are available in this bogie and how many seats are left. So there will be no interpret there will be a consistency between the seats available uh, in the database. According to that, if anyone reserved any seats, then the seats will automatically decrease to your login also. Second is data persistence. Persistence means if the data is not removed explicitly, then all the data will be maintained in DBMS. If any system failure happens, then lifespan of data stored in DBMS will be decided by the users directly or indirectly. Any data stored in the DBMS can never be lost. If system failures happen in between any transaction, then it will be rolled back or fully completed, but data will never be at risk. So that is the data persistence, because we know that there will be atomicity, either the transaction is fully done or not done. So that's why data will not be lost in the DBMS. Coming to the next property, that is backup and recovery. So there will be option of backup and recovery. There are many chances of failure of whole database. At this time, no one will be able to get the database back for sure. Company will be in a big loss. The only solution is to take backup of the database, and whenever it is needed, it can be stored back. A database must have this characteristic to enable more effectiveness. So that is known about the backup and recovery. Data integrity. This is the one of the most important characteristic of database management system. Integrity ensures the quality and reliability of database system. It protects unauthorized access of database and makes it more secure. It brings only consistent and accurate data into the database. So that's data integrity. Integrity means there will be a no change by an unauthorized access. If there will be a change, that should be done by an authorized access, that is known as the integrity. Coming to the security, next property is the security. DBMS provides security to the data stored in it, because all the users have different right to access database. Some of the users can access the whole database while other can access a small part of database. For example, a computer network lecturer can only access files that are related to the computer subject, but HOD of the department can access file of all subjects that are related to their department. So that is the security accessibility. Next is the query language. Queries are used to retrieve and manipulate data, but DBMS is armed by a strong query language that make it more effective and efficient. Users have the power to retrieve any kind of data they want from database, but applying different set of queries. File-based system has not this luxury of query language. Coming to the advantage of database, DBMS. DBMS offers a variety of techniques to store and retrieve data. DBMS serves as an efficient handler to balance the needs of multiple applications using the same data. Uniform administration produces for data. Application programmers never exposed to detail of data representations and storage. A DBMS uses various powerful functions to store and retrieve data efficiently, offers data integrity and security. The DBMS implies integrity constraint to get a high level of protection against prohibited access to the data. DBMS schedules concurrent access to the data in such a manner that only one user can access the same data at a time. Reduce application development time. So these are the advantages of DBMS. Now coming to the disadvantage. DBMS may offers plenty of advantage, but it has certain flaws. The first one is that cost of hardware and software of a DBMS is quite high, which increases the budget of the organization. Most database management systems are often complex systems, so the training for users to use the DBMS is required. In some organizations, all data is integrated into a single database, which can be damaged because of electronic failure or database is corrupted on the storage media. Use of the same program at a time by many users sometimes leads to loss of some data. DBMS can't perform sophisticated calculations. So this is all about the database management system. How, what are the properties, characteristics of database, what are the advantages of database, what are the disadvantages of database. All these things are discussed about in this lecture. So in the next lecture we will discuss about, there will be a comparison between a file system and database management system. File system is a system which is used before the database management system, and the database system is used nowadays. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of using DBMS over the file system? So we will discuss about all these advantages and disadvantages in the next lecture. In this lecture we have discussed about the characteristics of database and the advantage and disadvantage of the database. So thank you for today.